All right.
Last hour, Phil Mickelson teed off here at the 16th hole just behind me. Here's what happened.
Do it for the Saudi royal family.
Come on, man. One more time and we'll escort you out.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I am sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry.
Let's remember the sham that is LIV Golf, and the good liars is Jason Selvig trolling Phil Mickelson.
I'm certainly aware of what has happened with Jamal Khashoggi, and I think it's terrible. I've also seen the good that the game of golf has done throughout history, and I believe that LIV Golf is going to do a lot of good for the game as well.
Shorter format, it's important to have that good first day. It's harder, we don't have as many days to catch up, so I needed a good day, but I feel like I'm playing really well, and now that I've had like my first competitive round back after a few months, I think I'm ready to kind of relax and put it together, let it happen rather than force it, and really have a good round tomorrow. I feel like I'm playing well, and the putter started to feel a lot better for the second half of the round.
How did it feel have the positive normal things just to grow still? You expect all day?
It's a very cool energy here.
What helped it feel these things?
I thought it had a great energy throughout the day.
Because at the end of the day, this is what it looks like when a sports league wants to control the media.
This is my question for you, Dominique. Do you want to be in debt to the Saudis?
But isn't there a danger that you're also being seen as a tool of sportswashing, an attempt to try and improve the image of a human rights abusing regime through sport, and that ultimately you could be seen as a Saudi stooge, and that could tarnish your legacy? Is that you comfortable with that?
You said something in a Sports Illustrated interview, and you just said it again this morning. What happened to Jamal Khashoggi is awful, but I've seen the game of golf, the good that the game of golf has done throughout history. No matter how successful this tournament could ever be, it can't counteract someone being murdered, can it?
The golfers who play for LIV get their millions and hundreds of millions of dollars from Saudi Arabia's public investment fund. That fund is controlled by the Saudi Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman.
I love golf. I do. I play it. I love the PGA Tour. I love the Masters, love the Opens, love all of that stuff. I don't have to love this crap. I really don't.
You're so closely associated with the city of New York. Yeah. You, of all people, understand the passion surrounding 9/11. What do you say to those family members who protested earlier this week and will be doing so again on Friday?
Well, nobody's gotten to the bottom of 9/11.
What they want to do is not have stuff like this brought up.
The 9/11 hijackers. We'll never forget. 15 of the hijackers were Saudis. We'll never forget. Saudi Arabia helped Fallon Smart's accused killer escape Oregon justice. And we'll never forgive Pumpkin Ridge or the players for helping Saudi Arabia cover up who they really are. Don't let the Saudi government try to clean up its image using American golf tournaments.
Do you have any regrets at all for your kind of part in all of this?
I made the right decision for me, and I'm excited about, like I say, having the opportunity to play competitive golf, and have it in my life at a more moderate scale to where I can do some things outside of that too. And I freed up a lot of time as well.
But what these players are doing for guaranteed money, what is the incentive to practice? What is the incentive to go out there and earn it in the dirt? You're just getting paid a lot of money up front and playing a few events and playing 54 holes.
I respect that everyone has their opinion. I respect the opinions that everyone has. I respect and I understand their opinions. I think that I respect if they disagree. I respect the way they may or may not feel about it.
Which takes us to present day. All right. Awful Announcing had a really interesting write-up about something that happened at a LIV Golf event, which should not be surprising to anybody. They would put in their report featuring a write-up by Tony Paul, who's at the Detroit News. And it is in regards to Michigan-based golf personality Bill Hobson, and his credential got yanked for LIV Golf's upcoming Detroit, Michigan event after he would publish a podcast with a former LIV golfer, who's also a current broadcaster, Pat Perez, when he asked about LIV Golf's Saudi Arabia funding. I kid you not. This is an interview that went on for 20 plus minutes. They went over various things to discuss, including Perez's experience with the entity. And there were 2 questions about Saudi's influence, which, by the way, Perez did answer during that podcast session. The next paragraph would read as follows. Hobson, not the writer, the podcaster and golf personality, reportedly did not have any directive from LIV Golf about what were on or off limits during the session, though he was hounded by LIV Golf officials to edit out the questions after he already asked them and after the interview session was done. He refused, and then LIV Golf pulled his credential. Let me be very clear about something. If you have a league who is telling reporters who are not on their payroll that they need to refrain from asking questions or they need to edit out certain things, whether it is an interview, whether it is a video that they did, whether it is written on a Substack, written on ESPN, written on Fox Sports, written on Daily Mail, this, that, etc. What you are doing is infringing on freedom of the press. And you want lapdog media. We have gotten our jokes off about LIV Golf, but this is serious. Because there are so many links to so many powerful people, including the PIF, Mohammed bin Salman, and the President of the United States, Donald Trump, who stands to benefit from LIV Golf's success. What is Donald Trump doing? What has Mohammed bin Salman done? They've limited the press. They've restricted them completely. They're trying to strip whatever constitutionally protected rights we have. And this is a very dangerous precedent to set. That because you don't like a certain framing of a question or questions that were asked to a member that you allowed in the first place to go on that podcast interview, it says a lot. Remember when the Nelk boys' sham of an interview took place? And Kyle Forgard, who thinks that he's still 16, said on, I believe, a stream that they gave him prepared questions to ask Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli prime minister. That is exactly what they are going to do. LIV Golf, this is going forward. They are going to, if they allow a golfer to go on, a broadcaster to go on, anybody affiliated with the tour to go on, they will make it clear, no questions about XYZ. And it is on the press then to ask them anyway. Because what we do is we don't cower to the powerful, we question them. The original news article would read, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy talking about the lack of freedom, talking about the lack of tolerance, all the things that regime is known for plays a factor in what just took place. That's what Hobson told the Detroit News. He would also go on to say, and it's super necessary. You talk about unforced errors, goodness gracious. He'd then say, in 26 years, I'd like to think that I've developed a reputation for being very fair. I'm probably overly bland, more than I am controversial. I had no desire whatsoever to have anything come out of this except for a fun conversation with a guy I find interesting. And that's what I thought we had. When I do screw up, I'm pretty quick to say, hey man, I'm sorry, that didn't happen here. LIV would then release a laughable statement to the Daily Mail. LIV Golf values open and honest dialogue with media partners and has welcomed a wide range of perspectives since our inception. We are committed to working with journalists who approach interviews with fairness, integrity, and respect for the players and the sport. That is beyond pathetic. Beyond.